Good evening, everyone. This is me, Aaron Collins, and this is another edition of me addressing worldly issues in a godly way. I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone had a blessed weekend, and I hope everyone is remaining safe and practicing safety behavior. So, without further ado, let's get on with the commentary. Recently, Jason Pope was convicted on counts of human trafficking. Now, for those of you who don't know who Jason Pope is, Jason Pope also went by the name DJ Kid because he had an aspiring rap career. He's trying to get started. But of course, one of the more known and more infamous and deviant dark reasons he's known is the fact that he slept with 693 and possibly more underage African American girls and women. The fact that he was not convicted on those charges only shows a degree and level of privilege that a certain group of people still get in this country. Not to mention, he was also HIV positive and infected these women. And he's also known to have been a pedophile too, because many of those girls are underage. But back to the fact that he's able to afford and have certain things for him to benefit from only goes to show that he has what's known as a complexion for the protection. It's something that we as black men do not have. And it's always been known that black men have always been the face of sexual deviancy in the United States. Even during the 1920s, black men were always depicted as being the boogeymen of society that were always trying to get the white woman's cherry. But that was never the case. And yet, scores and scores of black men have been slaughtered and lynched and had their genitalia cut off because of these lies. Fast forward to the 21st century, Jason Pope is a convicted pedophile as well as sexual deviant, like I stated, but yet he only gets charged with the human trafficking charges. So, what does that tell you in the society that we live in? Is that, once again, certain people get treated a certain way. There's two forms of justice. There's a white form of justice and then there's a black form of justice. And when it comes to certain benefits that they have in place, certain privileges they have in place for themselves, it just goes to show that they will only go after and protect their own. White people have always been on a certain code in this nation and really in the world where they will look after one another even for the most depraved acts ever known to be committed by humankind. And then yet you get black people who can barely even lift a finger, be walking down the street unarmed, and with so much as get shot down, basically just for being black, existing while black. And so, once again, this is just more proof of the racism that is very inherent with our system. The judicial system is ripe with it. You have corrupt politicians as well as corrupt lawyers and judges that sit there and continue to perpetuate and carry out these acts on behalf of their clients. Jason Pope, for a long time, was known to even be racist himself and has knowingly infected 693 underage girls and black women simply because, well, I hate to say this, but it's simply because he can. And he knows he can. But yet, we as people, black people, what are we to do about it? Why do we not, particularly black men, why do we not speak out against these sort of things? There's a certain level of hatred that we've been instilled with that needs to be broken for us to speak out against these acts that continue to haunt us. And yet, once again, this is just another act of treachery that's going attacking and betraying as well as berating and destroying black women. Lately, there have been attacks on black women of such a high decay and demonic level that we have to wonder to ourselves, do we love ourselves as a people? Do we really want to see social change? You see, we get on here and we talk about all these other things that don't actually make any sense and really that are not even important enough to even bring up, but yet they're still brought up. You still have this so-called gender war that's going on within us, and that in itself is problematic because it perpetuates once again certain behaviors of self-hatred amongst each other. Meanwhile, that's why the Jason Popes and the Chad Wheelers of the world can get away with the things that they get away with because we don't speak up enough and we don't stand out against these sorts of things and we don't make people accountable. We don't make certain laws come into place and protections for us and our people. So I wanted to put this out there and say that this needs to be talked about and this needs to be done something about. I mean, what are we to do about people like Jason Pope? I mean, 693 women, just think about it, and girls, that's just way too many. And he's infected them all with HIV so they can infect black men and boys with it. But anyway, this isn't nothing new. This is nothing I haven't talked about before. This is nothing I haven't spoken before about the issues in our society as it pertains to black and white. And there are two different types of justices. Oh no, I mean, I've talked about these things in detail before. So anyway, I think it needs to be talked about. I think it really needs to be brought home and really hammered into our psyche that there is a war against us out there, and it's particularly against black women. So anyway, get in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Am I making any sense? Am I speaking on something that needs to be remedied, that needs to be talked about? Y'all let me know. Anyway, you know what to do. Hit the bell icon to be notified when I drop more videos. Support this channel, paypal.me/RealAaronCollins, as well as patreon.com/RealAaronCollins. Cash App is in the works. And as usual, I definitely want to see us do better as a people. I honestly still do believe that there's hope for us. I haven't given up on us. It looks like, though, we in trouble, like we're not going to make it. But you know what? There have always been incidents, and there have always been events that happen in the last hour, within the last few minutes. I mean, I've seen games won right at the buzzer. So this could be a moment for us as a black race. Anyway, enough of that. So you know what to do. And remember, God loves you. I love you. Let's do life. See you in the next video.